Think you know money? Maybe you're getting hustled daily. Forget what you think you know. Most folks are stuck in a big con. Looks good, sounds good, but bleeds you dry. If you ain't hip to the game, you've already lost. Bitcoin ain't just another crypto. It's your way out. To get Bitcoin, ditch what you think about money. Not just your cash or bank balance or paycheck. I'm talking trillions moving governments, markets, whole countries. Here's the kicker. The real power isn't central banks or crypto. It's bonds. Those boring papers nobody cares about. But they're the bedrock of finance, secretly running the show. Textbooks are BS. The financial system they push is a sham. Interest rates are a joke. And what moves markets is smoke and mirrors. Want to know why Bitcoin skyrockets then crashes? Why big money bails when everyone's hyped? Buckle up. We're rebuilding economics from the ground up. You won't hear this at any crypto school. I'm shining a light, not telling fairy tales. And remember, no crypto gurus in the comments, no get-rich-quick promises. Those are scams. Learn yourself, think for yourself. Crypto mistakes cost big and stick around. So, here's the deal. A bond is a promise to pay back money with interest. Sounds easy, right? Nope. That's the engine of global finance. Think stability is real? Nah. The whole global thing is basically a debt game. No more kiddie stories. Say you want to start a biz but have no dough. Skip the bank, hit up some friends and tell them, give me the cash now, I'll give you extra later. That extra, interest, boom. You made a bond. On paper, it's just debt. But wait, things get crazy when that debt makes a whole world system. Here's where it gets real. All the big shots, like governments and corporations, are in on this. They make bonds, and funds and banks buy them all up. Then, that debt gets a mind of its own. Resold, traded. It starts running the show. The bond market? It's not just a sign, it's the world's mood ring. It shouts about money prices. Your house, car, job, everything hangs on how much government bonds cost. Why? Because if folks want more interest on government debt, watch out. They think things are getting risky. And when that happens, everyone feels it. Loans go up for you, shops, and even countries. Main thing here, bonds aren't snoozeville. They control the whole global economy. The money goes through them. They decide if we're getting rain or nothing. Get this straight. Control the bonds, control the world, and how much money costs. So, you think the central bank's calling all the shots on interest rates? Think again. Forget the official story. The central bank? They're not the big boss of money. It's all a show. They've been saying for ages, we decide the value of money. Sounds legit, right? Nope. It's a load of crap. Sure, they give speeches and flash charts, but they've never really controlled the price of money. Not ever. The bond market is where the real power lies. Prepare for your world to be turned upside down. Think of it this way. If your boss said he decided your salary, you'd laugh. What you earn is really about the job market, who else wants your gig, rising prices, and how good you are at what you do. Interest rates, same deal. The central bank can try to flex, hint around, and make threats, but the bond market always has the last word. Why? Because the government doesn't just sell its debt to some committee in a fancy room. The real world buys it, and that's what sets the price. Here's the deal. Low bond prices mean high interest rates. High bond prices mean low interest rates. Now here's where it gets crazy. If the market gets spooked by rising prices, some crisis, whatever, it doesn't ask nicely for better returns. It demands them. Investors start selling off bonds, and rates shoot up so fast that the central bank, with all its power, looks totally useless. Remember this, the central bank talks, but the market decides. The bond market? That's what figures out the real value of money, and that affects stocks, houses, companies, even your Bitcoin. Think the West is loaded? Nah, It's been living on borrowed time, and you're part of the ride. Let's break it down simply. Say you own a business. Things seem good at first. You're making money, paying your bills, and maybe even making a bit of profit. But then your costs start going up faster than you're earning. Suddenly, you're borrowing more and more cash each month just to stay even. That's not just a little dip anymore. It's the start of the end. You're not borrowing to expand. You're borrowing just to tread water in a sea of debt. Now blow that up to the size of a country, and you've got total madness. Debt grows faster than the country's ability to pay it back. Interest eats everything up. And every year, you need even more billions just to fix the same problems. How does a government fix this mess? Simple. It prints more bonds. But if investors think a country is about to explode, they want big returns. So every new loan gets super expensive. The deeper you're in debt, the worse it gets. It's a trap. The economy can't keep up with the debt, and the debt starts choking everything. This isn't just some idea. It's what's happening in most rich countries right now. And here's how it hits you. When the system is drowning in debt, you get a cash crunch. Not enough easily accessible money to keep things moving. Cash is like blood for the financial system. If there's enough of it, things go up and everything's fine. If there's not enough, everything falls apart, and it's total chaos. And who controls all this cash? You guessed it. Those stinking bonds again? Think Bitcoin's off in its own little world? Nope. It's totally tied to how money moves around the globe. Most people miss this. They think crypto is separate with its own rules. Not true. It's all one big system. When bonds get hot, money flows everywhere. It's like money's on sale, and folks go hunting risky and exciting investments. Usually, that's when Bitcoin takes off. But when bonds drop, money gets scarce. People get scared, and money hides in safe spots, hammering anything risky. Bitcoin gets hit hard first. It's not that Bitcoin is wimpy, it just jumps around more. When things get shaky, people ditch the riskiest stuff first, and Bitcoin is always near the top of that list. Here's the golden rule. Low rates. Each chance, lots of cash. Good times for investments, high rates. Each tight cash. Investments suffer. And who pulls the strings on rates? Not the central bank, but the bond market. That's why Bitcoin doesn't react to the news or memes. It moves with the flow of global money. When money's flowing, Bitcoin parties. When it leaves, Bitcoin feels it first. But here's the cool part. In the past, when money came back, Bitcoin was often one of the first things big investors jumped back into. I'll explain why in the next section. What if Bitcoin isn't just some gamble, but the only way to escape a money system that's falling apart? Here's how it all fits. The world's in debt up to its eyeballs, interest rates are all over the place, and money's either pouring in or disappearing. With all this going on, Bitcoin isn't just some coin for traders. It's turning into a backup plan for the whole system. For ages, they told you a simple thing. Easy money means Bitcoin goes up, hard money means it goes down. That's old news. Now the big guys are involved. Like funds, companies, banks, even countries. They're not here for the crazy hype. They're here to play smart. And this is what's important. Bitcoin isn't just up against stocks or bonds anymore. It's fighting with money itself to be a safe place to keep value. That's a whole new kind of fight. It's becoming a way to keep your money safe when paper money looks shaky. When there's less money around, Bitcoin feels it first, sure. But when money starts flowing again, Bitcoin usually gets it first and gets a bigger boost than anything else. Why? Because it has three things. Regular money doesn't. It's set to be limited. It can be used anywhere. Important people are starting to trust it. This isn't about feelings or jokes. It's how global money works. Bitcoin shows how money acts when the system's under pressure. Lastly, Bitcoin isn't a guarantee you'll get rich. It shows what's happening and protects you when the old money system is breaking down. When the usual markets get tight, when bonds go nuts, when money vanishes, Bitcoin reacts. And when money comes back, it reacts even stronger. If you've read this far, you're not like everyone else. You've seen how the system really works. Like and subscribe and start thinking for yourself.